All right, here's update 1.17 and the patch notes that come with it. So, plugged in the trailer right there. Globally, got some information there about some of the content, our operators, Ricochet anti-cheat, went over that in plenty of previous videos. Black Cell Battle Pass offering, went over that already. They got a trailer for that. Here's a new UI for the Battle Pass as well. And again, this is a bit of recapped information from previous Battle Pass blog posts. Trophy Unlimited Time event starting this Friday. It applies to multiplayer, Battle Royale, DMZ, all that good stuff. Information about Prestige. The new weapon unlock challenges, though, for previous Battle Pass weapons, the ISO Hemlock. Get 20 long shots. KV Broadside, get 10 one-shot kills with shotguns. And Dual Kodachis get 20 kills with melees. Boom. New Camo Mastery challenges for the Cronin Squall and FJX Imperium Sniper will also be available here in Season 3. New set of Prestige Sticker Book challenges. That's important. And again, basic information here about what's featured in the season. That's how patch notes typically start off. And then here when it comes to weapon balancing, a big paragraph for what's going on with weapon balancing in this season. There's quite a few changes coming, lots of nerfs, lots of buffs, things you guys have been asking for the last couple of weeks, if not months. So, starting off with ARs, ISO Hemlock, reduced damage, lower torso, M13, we got some reductions there, a couple of increases. The M13's been a pea shooter for a long time, so I'm happy that they finally went ahead and messed with the M13, because that weapon gets annoying. SDV 556, they have some changes to that. TAC 56. Then when it comes to battle rifles, FTAC Recon, some increases there. Actually, quite a few buffs, which is cool. One specifically for Warzone, though, as you can see, with semi-auto minimum armor damage. Lockman 762 got an increase. Got some improvements to the SO14, the TAC V. Lots of buffs. So they want to make sure the meta definitely changes here in Season 3. And then changes to the handguns here. We got the Basilisk with a bit of a nerf. LMG's a little bit of a nerf to the RAL, but then a bunch of increases there for semi-auto headshot damage, torso, RPK. They slightly nerfed it because after the big RPK nerf we got last season, the RPK was still kind of meta for the most part. Marksman rifles, Tempest Torrent, got a couple of slight reductions there. SMGs, got some increase for the Bass P because the Bass P is a little weak. It's fun, but a little weak. Now, a little bit of a balance tweak here for the Lockman sub, aka the MP5. Got 2 decreases, 2 increases right there. MX9 increase, we got a Vazdev 9K nerf, and then we have another nerf for the Vel 46. For attachments specifically, though, ammunition. So, maximum armor damage has been added to the snake shot ammo of the Basilisk. Warzone 2 only, does not apply to multiplayer. Explosive, though. Bolt action weapons equipped with explosive ammunition are able to fully down armored players in one shot. People have been asking for this for a while, right? People want one-shot snipers inside of Warzone. There you go. Explosive ammo has been added to the MCPR 300 progression tree for those that also wanted that added in. So yes, one-shot snipers are in the game now. We were told that on the recent developer call a couple of days ago with a couple of content creators. We weren't able to share that until today, though, with the launch of these patch notes. Also, ISO Hemlock, they've increased quite a bit with some of the .300 blackout types. A couple of decreases there as well with long-range damage. Minimum armor damage added to semi-auto firing mode for Warzone 2 only. And they've increased recoil, excuse me. And then some attachments and tweaks there with some of the barrels. Got some reductions. Got some increases there. Lots of changes, though. Again, I really wonder how many tweaks we're going to get every single season, right? Will we end up having a season one day where there aren't that many adjustments, buffs, and nerfs to some attachments, ammo types? Really curious about that. Also, magazine changes. Quite a few reductions across the board for a lot of the large magazines there, as you can see. Going all the way down the list. Lots of reductions. So, that's going to be crazy. Lots of adjustments to get used to here in Season 3. Then we got some increases to the small magazines, which is cool. The Fennec. Oh my god, the good old Fennec. AKA the Vector. That's a disgusting weapon in COD 2.0. Got some damage increases here for small magazine. STB. Got a rear grip change there. Maximum armor damage for Warzone 2.0. Yeah, crossbow one shot. I can see you guys in chat talking about that. The crossbow was frustrating when it came out in Season 2. I mean, the fact you're getting hit markers with that thing is just unacceptable. It's just not fun to use. So them buffing that makes sense. And then we got some changes there to the stock. General, though. Pro tuning is no longer removed from all attachments when altering a Pro Tune blueprint. That is such a huge feature. Honestly, I think that's something that we were all questioning back when Pro Tuning first released in Season 1. We're like, wait, why does it ruin the entire build just by changing one attachment alone? Now that won't happen. Bomb Squad, explosive damage mitigation now also applies to armor in Warzone 2. Damage feedback, visual feedback adjusted to increase visibility. Death effects not visible when killing AI, hell yeah. Also adjustments to dive and slide. So people that wanted movement changes, there you go. Diving fire, delay reduced, and sliding speed slightly increased. So that's fantastic for, I believe that's for everything, multiplayer and Warzone, not just one of the modes. Added thermal vision to the tactical camera for night map modes. Hell yeah. Little quality of life change there. Also equipment changes for Warzone 2 only. Claymore armor damage reduced. Thank you. Gas grenades no longer detonate enemy explosives. And then we got tweaks there for flash grenades, proximity mines, and even Semtex. Kill streaks. Players watching a kill cam after getting killed by a cruise missile will no longer be looking downwards when they respawn. Reduced screen shakes. Juggernaut should now be able to see the tablet screen when planting or defusing a bomb. That's helpful. I know I saw that problem a little while ago. And for 2.0 only, Bomb Drone can no longer down fully armored players. Round of applause for that one. Seriously, I can't even stress how frustrating bomb drones were to go up against over in Warzone. It's like you could play the best game of Warzone, get a ton of kills, and a bomb drone ruins your entire game. Like what? Cluster mines, armor damage reduced. Thank you. Got some vehicle changes there. Vehicle windows can be destroyed with melee attacks. That's awesome. They can also be popped with knives. The tires. Audio. Added a new cinematic music slider to the front end, which will allow players to control UI music, game intro, outros, and cinematic sequences separately from music that happens during gameplay. Also various refinements. Social. Groups request manager. Quality of life improvements for request to join groups in the social menu. So yeah, my group is the Bomb Shelter inside of COD 2.0. Feel free to join that. It's at about, I think, over 1,000 members. But there is a weird bug where every time somebody joins, you get a flashy pop-up on screen every time. And I think that's been tweaked now. But also being able to have a manager to kind of adjust and modify who's joining and who's not. That's huge. Recruit a friend, brand new feature. Talked about that in a previous video. You can recruit friends who have not played Warzone 2 that much, I think in the last couple of weeks, and also players who have a brand new Activision account, and in exchange, you get plenty of rewards for doing so. Program's not available in a series of different countries though. Don't forget about that one. UI and UX. Player noms now appear in the squad list of a private battle royale match. Where's Harrison at? The UI expert will love changes like this. Added the ability to preview tracers and death effects that come with weapon blueprints. That is phenomenal. Just to know what's going on, right? I'm assuming this means weapon blueprints that you own and don't own, so you kind of know what you're paying for. Being able to preview everything that comes with a bundle. Hopefully they add a finishing move preview option in the future too. New front end / pre-game lobby scene. That's awesome. To kind of go with the theme of Season 3, the whole Sicario Mexican cartel theme we have going on. Global bug fixes, lots of weapon fixes here, as you can see. Lots of things in regards to ammo, blueprints, launchers, underbarrels, triggers, attachment descriptions here, incorrect unlock level descriptions, progression problems, and other issues with UI where sometimes you would see incorrect displays of attachments saying 6 out of 5. That's kind of crazy. Vehicle bug fixes. As you can see here, lots of changes with minimap icons, roof exiting, vehicles getting stuck, helicopter bugs, heavy chopper deploying too high, an issue causing war tracks to not clear from players in the turrets of the armored patrol boats if the driver dies. That's frustrating. Killstreak bug fixes. Issue causing crossbow bolts to not damage recon drones and bomb drones. Yeah, I've seen that one. Explosive crossbow bolts not damaging the Wilson. And some other issues being fixed with cluster mines, out of bound problems, exploits, piloting drones. Field upgrade bug fixes. An issue that prevented armor from being used while DDoS was active. Fix the bug that will sometimes prevent players using the riot shield from being killed by drill charges. Wow, that's crazy. UI, again. An issue where players get spam invites to other players as a form of griefing. An issue allowing players to whisper, toggle mute, report, or block and add friends from the leaderboard at the end of the match. Okay. Misaligned stats. Double kill challenges not tracking in the UI. Issues where certain weapons had incorrectly set weapon camo challenges. Quite a bit there. Fix an issue allowing custom perk packages to be edited while in-game. People probably thought that that was a feature, and it's not. PC settings. I'm on PC right now, so this is huge. Let's see. Some keybind preset changes. Keybind preset allows players to use a predetermined set of keybinds very easily if you want to change all your keybinds with a single click. Awesome changes for Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2, inspired from Warzone 1's initial keybinds, but now they're simplified for COD 2.0. Very cool. Gyro ratcheting. Hope I said that right. There you go. That's a feature that got confirmed, I think, a couple of weeks ago, so that's a pretty huge feature. Spec Ops now. Atomgrad Raid. Added ping icons for platforms in episode 2. I was wondering about that. Increased the difficulty of the escape sequence in episode 2. That's surprising. They buffed the ending sequence of the second episode there. If a player is down when the final airlock sequence starts in episode 2, they will now be revived and placed in a safe spot. That's fair. Bug fixes right there for episode 1. Also some for episode 2. Weird camera issues, some exploits. So I'm glad they went ahead and also fixed the reward screen. It was displaying in the wrong aspect ratio. Also for co-op, loadouts can now be used in all non-modified cooperative content. Wait a second. You can now run loadouts in Spec Ops? Am I reading that right? Am I reading that right, chat? Add a unique loadout configuration option. Okay. That just changed Spec Ops completely. That's a whole other video right there we'll end up making. Unless I'm misreading this. Wow. Cooperative bug fixes as well. For some of the challenges, for kit and role selections. Wow. Then when it comes to the multiplayer, got information there that we already know about the game modes, maps, experiences, gameplay updates. Round ending kills in a single life mode will now properly track on the scoreboard. Free-for-all style games that result in a tie will now display as a tie. That's huge. Added a black fader when spectating teammates in core multiplayer to avoid getting map information in areas of the map outside of alive teammate locations. Multiplayer bug fixes. Issues where players can get into stacked crates on El Asilo. Issues with player collision, equipment collision, bullet collision. Wow, on all those maps. Holy crap. Issues where some UI elements were not appearing correctly on ground war maps. Issues that can result in a game crash when using the combat knife or riot shield to melee a Wilson. Fixed a handful of out-of-bound trigger issues. Then we got information about rank play right there. We talked about that in a separate video. All that is coming from Treyarch. A lot of changes to the divisions, the rewards you can get by playing, information about the ranks, a lot of information that we've already went over before. And then again, all the new rewards by getting X amount of milestone wins. And then some other seasonal updates. A lot of competitive integrity features there for Season 3. And also some bug fixes coming from Treyarch. Warzone 2. Patches detailed in the section below affect all Warzone 2 content across both Battle Royale and DMZ. That's a huge line of information right there for those that were a little confused on what these changes are actually affecting. Map updates. Cargo ship and several submarines are now present outside of the port. Ashika Island got a point of interest update. Didn't know that. Gameplay. We got tempered. Bomb drone balancing. A new exfil option through DMZ, the heavy chopper. But the heavy chopper's also been re-enabled in BR because it got removed after I think people were figuring out ways to do exploits with the heavy chopper. They got rid of it completely. Now it's back. It's back in the game. Gas mask has been given a slight buffer when the player delays it from being put on or taken off. This should help catch situations where further delay is desired immediately after it was dropped. Okay. Interrogation. Got a decrease for the time there. Added a grace period if the down player is immediately eliminated. Quality of life. Mantle assist improvements. Advanced UAV improvements. Kill streak banner positioning. That's awesome. Could always use some more fluid updates in Warzone 2. Also some bug fixes with sentry guns. About the train. Added item persistence to stim pistols. Rebreathers. Recon bomb drones when all die if the player goes into last stand. Yeah, that's weird how you were able to down before and still stay in your bomb drone or recon drone. That was just weird. Fix an issue with the assimilation UI that can cause some squad members' names or numbers to appear incorrectly. Also changes to Battle Royale. Max players again 150. We already knew that. Massive resurgence, which is new. Simulations off. But max 150, 152 for trios and quads respectively. Ashika Chica. Solos, duos, and quads. Got more information right there. Modes, of course, we already know about Al Mazrah, available at launch. More information about, exactly what's going on in Resurgence, the hunt and track mechanic, score events. Lots of details right there for those that want to play that. Also, players can acquire the loadouts via 2 different methods in Resurgence. Towards the end of the first circle is a public event that drops a loadout crate. Loadout drop markers are also available for purchase via buy stations using the same price scaling as standard BR. Additional info, strongholds disabled. Weapons found via ground loot always have attachments. Blue Resurgence supply boxes restock after 90 seconds. All right. World Series of Warzone details. Went over that in a previous video. They just mentioned that again here. It's going to reuse the same exact game mechanics, features, and rules as Warzone Ranked coming mid-season from Treyarch. Also, Resurgence private matches. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. For those who want to play Ashika in private matches, that's finally a thing. Private match spectating also added. After action report. Beautiful. Bird's Eye perk has been re-enabled with new adjustments, as you can see there. Black Site is the new Gulag in Al Mazrah. Black Site is also the new gunfight map in regular multiplayer, asymmetrical experience. UAV towers, first seen in DMZ, are now in Battle Royale. More details about that right here. Those are, of course, in Warzone 1. I remember them in Rebirth like it was the back of my hand. Those are fun to turn on all the time. Al-Mazrah, all modes, redeploy drones have been added. These were already in Ashika Resurgence. Now they're in regular Al-Mazrah. I believe this also applies to DMZ, if I'm not mistaken. Or unless it's just in BR. We'll have to wait and see. Standard BR, Stronghold Hold Position Operation. Black Site, new Stronghold Objective. That's pretty cool. So they really tweaked up how Strongholds and Black Sites work across the board. New Champions Quest Reward. New Blueprint. Go find out if you can. Yeah, gotta get some good lobbies first. Gas Circle Pacing Improvements. That's amazing. Adjustments to the Most Wanted contract. How it works in BR versus Plunder. Stronghold Rewards. Intel contract updates. We felt that the initial search circle that contained the laptop was too inconsistent with the time it took players to find a laptop on average. Yeah, I felt that too. Adjustments to buy stations. Gas mask and portable radars will be available at every buy station now. Tweaks to the pricing. A lot of increases though. Let's see. People might not be happy about that. A lot of increases to a lot of the items in the buy station. Okay. They'll make future updates and tweaks as needed though, of course. Added more ammo caches. Beautiful. Ashika, rebalance rewards. Beautiful for all the public events. And some of the Easter eggs you could do. Quality of life. Minimap ping anchoring. Harrison, where you at, buddy? You remade the entire COD 2.0 UI. You're probably going to be happy about that. But no, that's something that we thought would have been in Warzone 2 day one. You know, ping anchoring that we saw in Warzone 1. Spawn protection timeout. Black set key visibility. Thank you. Loadout drop visuals being adjusted. We need more improvements to that with color coding. That is massive. Gulag item HUD. Object elevation arrows. I mean, yeah, fantastic that we're seeing that. Better late than never. I had some bug fixes across the board. Lots of things regarding contracts, battle royale victories, play again options. Yeah, this is something that really frustrated us on stream. Play again just wasn't working for a lot of us. DMZ, last but not least. We got a lot of new faction missions. We got the new features like barter, which is like recipe and crafting from campaign. Workbench, which is like being able to take off or add attachments to weapons that you find in the environment. Love that. Active duty slots. We already talked about that in previous videos. Private exfil option. New contract, new equipment and items. That's awesome. So many quality of life changes. We're not going to get a new map to Warzone 2 or DMZ, but so many heavy quality changes that are going to just change the gameplay altogether. It's going to be a great season for DMZ fans. Got the new armor satchels, new vest, UI improvements, reworked the faction stat for better ease of use. Short description panel, add a new section to the challenge menu that tracks players' current progress. They've adjusted a lot of the missions to make them easier. A lot of great tweaks here. They fixed some of the contracts. Let's see what else we got. Toolboxes now spawn more field upgrades. Lots of bug fixes too. M4 weapons testing, cast off weapon testing. A lot of things not tracking correctly. Missions not tracking properly. Yeah, quite a few changes that needed to happen to really improve replayability overall for DMZ for those that wanted to go ahead and do some missions over in the mode itself. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comments section. What are your thoughts on all these Season 3 patch notes for general, global, multiplayer, Warzone, DMZ, Spec Ops even, raids? Quite a few changes across the board that I'm sure you guys are really happy about. But really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.